I said I wasn't really gonna go anywhere. So, Physicist sent me a link to this next mod that I'm going to play. I just looked through a few of the files. I don't know if it's probably gonna have a lot to do with Natsuki. Maybe? Well, then again, I mean, what would be like a DDLC mod without Natsuki in it? That would make no sense. And there's still that one where Yuri hardly even showed up at all. She wasn't even on screen for like 15 seconds. So yeah, Doki Doki exit music by Oliver C. Norton. I've already read the description of this one earlier. I'll just quickly go over it again. This might come as a surprise to some of you, but I'm going to release a short demo for this mod. Nothing more than the teaser trailer of what's to come. Please, for the love of God, tell me what you think of it, good or bad. Don't be afraid to brutally destroy me verbally. I want feedback on everything, really. With all that being said, enjoy. It was created by Oliver Norton, Jacob Smallman. Smallman. Would not want to have a last name like that. They're probably all. Ugh. I don't want to make fun of this guy's family. He probably already got teased over that name. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for which not in any way affiliated with Salvato himself. You have completed the DLC, except any spoilers contained within, and to do that, have consented you're at least 13 and have consented to exposure of highly disturbing content. What am I going to do after I finish? I have no idea. This is new music. Okay, there's no Siri voice in this one either. I really want to know how Paul got that in his mods. I don't know if he's still active in the DDLC mods community anymore. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through to Best Hack Original, because even though he was able to figure it out, considering the guy's backstory, I don't know if I'd want to. Okay, no one else made any suggestions for MC's name, so it is going to be Richter. Richter Belmont. It's the day of the festival. Already? Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but she's not answering her phone. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes me really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have always been. It's all she needs, and what the hell with it, I'll go get her. Okay, so she's not picking up her phone either. I let myself in. She really is a heavy sleeper. Please tell me he made it to her house in time. I don't want to start off on a bad note. I really don't want to start off with a bad... Okay. I was about to cry if I was going to see... I was almost about to cry. Richter! Richter Belmont! Sayori stands at the foot of her bed, a long rope in her hand. This is what the MC really should have done in the original game. In the shock of the moment, I released my grip on the cupcakes. What the fuck? It's not what it... Like, hell, it's not what it looks like. I'm so sorry, Richter. I can't believe this. She wouldn't have ever done something like this. Jesus, Sayori. I should have known it was this bad. Sayori drops the noose to the floor. Sayori. Why haven't you talked to anybody about this? I don't want to waste people's time. You're not wasting anybody's time. We all just want you to be happy like you've made us. You really deserve to be happy. I know you don't think that now, but... Well, it's the truth. I'm determined to help you every step of the way. But to start, you need to talk about this. I can't. There is a short pause. All silence aside from Sayori sobbing. I was about to do it, Richter. I'd have never seen you again. Sayori, could you imagine if I'd found you like that? Listen, it doesn't matter what you were going through, you'll always have a reason to stay with us. Even if there's only one worth living for to you, then you need to hold on to that. And I know there is. You told me yourself yesterday. Richter. She releases her grip on me and backs away. We know it'll be tough, but I'll be there for you. We all will. No matter what. Richter. Richter, don't. Now listen to me. You need to talk to a professional about this. I'm not taking no for an answer, Sayori. I don't think I'm ready. We can go another time. Not a chance. You seriously need professional help as soon as possible. We're leaving now. I don't know if I can. Sayori, do it. For me, if not for yourself. Okay. Come on, let's go. To the doctor's. We'll take the bus. Oh, we're going to the emergency room? Of course. I nod and take a step outside the door, reaching down to pick up the rope first, taking it with me just in case. Are you gonna burn it? I'd burn that if I were you. I'm a little anxious leaving her alone right after something like this. Regardless, she needs her privacy. I kneel down, beginning to clean up the cupcake massacre littering the floor with a towel. Natsuki's going to kill me. I return downstairs and untie the noose, dropping the loose rope in the trash. I linger downstairs for a minute or two before heading back upstairs. She's probably ready by now. Ready? Sayori nods once, her eyes glued to the floor. This is what's best for me, right? She stares at me, expectant of an answer. I feel uneasy, but answer anyway. I know it is. Come on now, let's get going. Well, she's not dead. I'm sitting down in the waiting room outside of the doctor's office, patiently waiting for Sayori to return. I'm anxious. My phone buzzes quietly. I remember that today was supposed to be the day of the festival. The text is from Monica. Where are you? I have to reply. I'm busy. Really, Richter? Please don't tell me you got cold feet about the poems or something. It's a bit more serious than that! What's going on? I don't know if I can tell you right now, but it's serious, okay? You gotta believe me! Okay, this is not the time to be doing the Richter voice or attempting to do so. This is too serious. Way too serious to be having fun with that. Sayori could have died. Bring Sayori with you. I mean, she's real in our hearts. Behind me, the door that leads from the entrance to my waiting room swings open and a couple of nurses walk by. But my phone buzzes again in my hand and I turn my attention back to it. It's just me and Yuri here, damn it. Why? Where's Natsuki? IDK, please get here quick and bring Sayori, okay? It's a personal issue. I can't promise anything, but I'll try to get to the festival before it's over, okay? Forget it. Everyone's here already and they're waiting. We have to cancel. Why now? I feel terrible for Sayori. The fact that she's in such a pain right now, and how oblivious I was to all of it. But on the other hand, I also feel like I put Monica and Yuri on the spot in front of all our classmates. Monica and Yuri. That reminds me of something that Monica told me. Where is Natsuki? Suddenly the door of the waiting room opens again and another nurse walks by. However, she is accompanied by somebody familiar. Natsuki, are you okay? She quickly turns and runs back the way she came, exiting the hospital in tears. I'm jumped out of my seat to speak to her, but I notice the nurse staring at me suspiciously. I take a seat once more, anxious about Natsuki's well-being as well as Sayori's. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm definitely not going to be doing the Natsuki... No. I'm definitely not going to be doing the Richter voice after that. She explains how Natsuki wandered into the hospital, bloody and bruised, looking for help. It was her fucking father, wasn't it? I don't even know what's going on. I had to bring my friend here. She tried to... I stopped myself. I doubt Sayori will want me to talk about her struggle so openly. Not now, anyway. Well, listen, it's serious, okay? I bite my lip as the nurse continues on her way. My phone buzzes again. Are you sure you don't know where Sayori or Natsuki are? I already told you I don't know. I can't tell her about Natsuki either. Chances are it's her own personal issue and she'd deal with it in her own way. Still, maybe I should text her. It doesn't matter anyway. We had to cancel our performance. PPL are complaining about the cupcakes not being here. Yuri's gone for some fresh air. Jesus, I'm sorry, okay? My hands are tied here. I can't do anything to help right now. Okay, whatever. Thanks a lot, Richter. Now I've pissed Monica off because I couldn't bring myself to tell her what happened. The message doesn't even mark as read. The office door swings open and Sayori emerges. Richter, are you okay? Not really, I'm just stressed out. How are you? I don't really want to talk about it. Are you sure? Because I'm here for you, I can just... Richter, please. Can't we just drop this? I just don't want to make a big deal of it, especially in front of the other club members. I wonder if I wonder if Richter Belmont himself would have been emotionally prepared for this mod. 10 minutes in, I'm almost already about to cry. You nearly killed yourself. You nearly F? I think it was about to drop an F-bomb or something. I guess I'll have to, right? Sayori lets out a small bout of almost nervous laughter. It's a good idea, at least. You know that. But what about the festival? I hesitate. I don't want Sayori to feel like it's her fault that the performance was cancelled, so I decided to start with Natsuki's absence. Natsuki didn't actually show up either. Monica had to cancel the performance, unfortunately. You didn't tell her, did you? About... I didn't. Unless you want to talk to her about it yourself, she won't know. Okay? Sayori nods. I think I'll tell her, so she knows why her plans for the festival were ruined. I can tell what she's going to say. It wasn't your fault, Sayori. None of this is. Sayori grabs my hand tightly, running it in like a vice grip. You can talk to her if you really want to. She'd probably be able to give better advice than me. Maybe. Did you tell my parents? Wait, you have parents? Sorry though, I felt like I had to end. Thanks. I was scared I'd have to tell them myself. Sayori glances downwards to the pristine floor. I love you, Richter. Despite her condition, I can't lie to her. I keep my mouth shut. A minute or so passes. Anyway, we should get going. Does Dracula have a first and last name like you and I? If I'm not mistaken, his real name is Vlad Tepes or something? Named after Vlad the Impaler? I decide to stay with Sayori in her house just to make sure she's feeling better. We have at least a few hours together. We spend that time talking and watching shows together. Her mother arrives first, thanking me for letting her know of what happened. I tell her it's no problem. She tells me that Sayori's father is on his way. I'm free to leave if I want to. After I'm sure she's safe, I leave her with her mother and head home. Entering the kitchen, I flick the light on and start to make myself a sandwich, cutting up a tomato. However, I start to wonder about Natsuki. I remember the time I spent with her here, our little scuffle over the cupcake's icing, that bruise, her nosebleed. What the hell happened to her? And who in their right mind would do that to her? Possible reasons for her injuries begin to circulate inside my head. Maybe she just fell over? She could have gotten into a fight with another classmate of ours? Or maybe, no, surely not. Maybe I'm just overreacting to the situation. It's been a rough day after all, but something she told me while we were reading manga together sticks in my head. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I shiver at the thought. It's the only real reason I can come up with for Natsuki's terrible injuries. I also noticed that while I was distracted, I accidentally cut my finger open while slicing the tomato. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I decide that I'll ask her about her father next time I see her. Even if she assures me that I'm wrong, well, at least I'll know. I eat my sandwich and head upstairs to my room. I collapse onto my bed, exhausted from the stress of the day that brought me. I drift into unconsciousness within minutes. If it's Natsuki's father, I'm definitely gonna go like, die, monster. You don't belong in this world. Like, he doesn't belong in this world. That's what I think it is. I look around the club room, it's empty. Yuri and I are the only people here. I leave the classroom door open, expecting the other members to arrive shortly. Hey, Yuri. Listen, I know that Monica canceled the club yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to talk with you. So I just want to say that I'm sorry that she had to let her little presentations go. Don't worry about it, Richter. Monica told me that it wasn't your fault you couldn't come. She said it was something serious. Yeah, it was a bit of an emergency. I decided to play down the situation in case Yuri doesn't know the full story. I don't want to worry her after all. Are you alright? Me, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It was someone else. Someone close. I see. Well, I hope everything works out well for you and your friend. I hope so too, Yuri. A moment passes. A moment of complete silence. Yuri is sat down at her desk, still reading. The class is still empty aside from us. So, Yuri? I still don't get why the mod is called Exit Music just yet. She's been in a mood since the festival, unfortunately. Oh, Monica? Not that I mean to be so rude about it. It did mean a lot to her, after all. I know it did. That was why I wanted to speak to her. Maybe if I explained why Sayori and I were absent, then she might forgive me. Well, the both of us. But I promised Sayori I wouldn't say anything to Monica. Has she? Has Monica said anything about me since the festival? Not really. I mean, she did complain that the three of you were gone. I was kind of thankful we got to cancel. Not to ruin Monica's plans, though. I'd never do such a thing intentionally. I know you wouldn't, Yuri. Don't worry. I can tell you're too good of a person to be so mean. Besides, you have no reason to want to sabotage her like that. Right? Yuri falters for a moment, lost for words. Not at all. It's just that I don't even know if I should be telling you this. Well, I overheard Monica talking about you and Sayori to one of her friends. I wasn't eavesdropping, though. What did she say? I heard her mention the only good reason to cancel our festival was if somebody died. What? Monica wouldn't say something like that, right? She's a sweetheart. Besides, not only is it egocentric, it's insensitive and morbid. Even if she didn't know about Sayori, it felt like it was too close to reality. That's harsh. I doubt she meant it, though. What I mean to say is, she was in no position to say that. I understand she was frustrated about it, but there's never a good reason to say such horrible things about Yuri's words get caught in her throat and she retreats to the confines of her book. Where's Sayori? And Natsuki? She stares at Yuri intently. Monica's presence intimidates me. I don't know, Monica. I haven't seen them. She gives me an acidic stare, her emerald eyes piercing my confident facade. Did Sayori tell her about the hospital? Are you sure? Yeah. Right then. How come you weren't at the festival, Richter? I had a family emergency. At this point, I'm practically lying to her face to keep Sayori's secret safe until she feels comfortable confiding in Monica. Then again, I've known Sayori for so long, she pretty much is a part of my family at this point. She's like a sister to me. It's more stretching the truth than lying to her. That's what I'll tell myself anyway. Right. Monica's not having any of this. Oh, fuck. Okay, you two. Since we're the only ones here, I've decided we're going to cancel today's meeting. Hopefully there won't be any more emergencies or absences tomorrow. The emphasis on those words worry me due to how aggressively she spoke them. That's all. You can leave now. Yuri looks up from her book guiltily and packs up, silently dropping the portrait of Markov and her stationary kit into her bag. She scurries out of the classroom without a word. Walking through the school's dormant hallways, I reach the door to the courtyard, but stop, placing my head in my palm. I forgot my own stationery, I'm an idiot. My pen's missing. Must have lost it earlier. Notice Yuri. Yuri? What's wrong? Really? It's gotta be something. I'm alright, really. I don't believe her. My eyes meet Yuri's for a brief moment before she looks away. I can tell something terrible happened in the few minutes we were separated, but what could have brought her to this state? I take hold of her shoulder and try and slow her down so she can face me. She jumps, but complies as she comes to a halt at the school's entrance. Yuri, whatever's on your mind, you can tell me. I am your friend, after all. It's not much. It was just something that Monica said. Monica? What could she have said? Pretty depressing one so far, but yes, Awesome Yoshi, another DDLC mod. What'd she say? I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. If you're okay with that. Monica must have said something really hurtful. If you're sure about that, you're always welcome to talk to me, though. I guess it'd be nice if you walked with me. Maybe we can talk on the way? Sayori isn't here and I got some time to kill. Besides, I feel like I can't refuse. Not when she's so emotional. The walk between us is mostly silent. Yes, I could. But not really tonight, though. I'm probably gonna go to bed after I'm probably not gonna... I don't know if I'm gonna finish all of this. I think he asked me this earlier on Discord. I think he was asking about me. What the hell did Monica say to her? I decided to make some light conversation. Something about writing might be nice. She does take comfort in talking about subjects she's passionate about, after all. So, Richter, how do you like writing poems? She must have read my mind. I usually like to listen to music while I write, even if it's just quiet, playing softly in the background, you know what I mean. Really? Most of the time I just feel like I can only write in silence. It leaves me at one with my mind and lets me express my inner thoughts. Though sometimes I do like listening to a soft piano track. Don't the lyrics alter the way you write? Yeah, but I guess that's what I'm looking for, most of the time anyway. I like for the mood of the music to affect the way I write, really. Unless it's something I'm especially passionate about, then I can write in just about any condition. Ideally it should be, but the levels I've built, they're all in different worlds. Well, not all in different worlds, but at least 3 of them are in a different world. I decide to continue the conversation as I still don't know how much longer it'll take to reach her house. I know Sayori likes to hum a little tune to herself while she writes. I wonder what Natsuki does. Natsuki, I've been trying to contact her since I saw her in the hospital, but she hasn't responded to my messages. She hasn't showed up for school at all this week either. God, what could have happened? Was it really her father? I don't want to believe it, but the pieces fit together. Her absence, her inability to contact anybody, what she said about him, but most of all, the fucking bruises. I bite my lip as I feel my breathing growing heavy and my blood reaching a boiling point. If I find out he laid a finger on her, so I'll be honest. I don't disrespect her or anything. Yuri's words derail my train of thought. Natsuki's poems are just a little too simple for my liking. I suppose they lack a certain edge. I spaced out again. Yeah. Speaking of Natsuki, however, I think we just passed her house then. Wait, what? Which one? Regardless, she points to the house to me. It's that house, if I recall correctly. Right. Thanks for that. Guys, get ready. Why do you need to know? I don't want to really worry Yuri about Natsuki. I don't even know what it was that Monica said to Yuri in the first place that got her to cry a bunch. Eventually we arrive, signaling her wave goodbye. You know, Richter, you're quite different when no one's around. When it's just the 2 of us. Yuri falls silent for a moment, lost in okay. I would love to stay and talk, but Oh! It's fine, I get it. You have places to be. Her head darts towards the direction of Natsuki's house for a moment. It's fine, I've got some writing to do anyway. She turns and starts to walk to the door. Please don't get the wrong idea, Yuri. I'm not really... It's fine, Richter. I can take a hint. I'll see you tomorrow. But before I can finish my explanation, she's already entered her house. I feel terrible knowing that Yuri probably blames herself for my rejection, but I leave quickly regardless. My attention is directed upwards. On the 2nd floor balcony, a large, heavily built man leans against the railing, smoking a cigarette. Is that her dad? Jesus Christ. He's on the phone and I can't help but overhear his conversation. The man mutters something about having business to attend to, but promises to be wherever the caller wants within the hour. My stomach sinks. Business? If he means what I think he does. Backtracking Yuri's route, I make my way back to school, then to my house from that. Some dark clothing. What's the dark clothing for? Oh, so he can't see him at night? Yeah, good idea there, Richter. A short jog brings me back to her house, and I take a seat within a bus stop on the street opposite of her, stalking out her father. I ponder over if he's already gone, perhaps, and I missed him leaving, or maybe he's still dealing with business. After a few minutes, however, I'm proven wrong by the sound of an engine revving up and a new expensive-looking performance car emerging from the driveway of Natsuki's house. It speeds away and around the corner within seconds. I'm certain that it's gone. I move over to Natsuki's house and ring the doorbell. I wait. Nothing. I press down on it again. Once more. No answer. Growing ever anxious, I knock on the door heavily, aggressively banging my bald fist into the door. A moment of silence. Then from a 2nd floor window, I see a curtain pull back, a flash of pink, and just as quickly it's replaced once more. My heart is ready to jump out of my chest. I don't know what I'll be greeted by, but I wait up nervously. Richter, what the hell are you doing here? It's Natsuki. Thank God. Natsuki, are you alright? What happened to your bruises? What bruises, Richter? I don't know what you're talking about. She's playing dumb, even though I saw her. What could have happened to her, for she is so devoted to keeping it a secret? Before I can reply, she grabs me by the collar of my shirt and yanks me into her foyer. Hey, how do you know where I live? Now's not the time for that. Has she been drinking? Better question is, where have you been? I haven't been feeling very good the past few days. No need to be so mean about it. Did she expect me to believe that after what I saw? I know something's wrong. I saw you at the hospital, remember? Oh, that? That was nothing. Don't worry about that, okay? There's much worse to be worried about. What do you mean? Come with me. I could do with another glass anyway. She grips my arm loosely and tries to move me along with her through her house. As she moves, she begins erratically wobbling as though she's having trouble walking. Oh, what the fuck? Natsuki's an alcoholic? Is this gonna be the new fan-on? Really? Natsuki's an alcoholic? Yeah, something is definitely off. I release my grip on her reluctantly as she's still staggering away along. I assist in moving her now up the stairs, making sure she doesn't fall and knock us both back onto the steps. Natsuki guides me to her room. Her room is a mess. Her floor is littered with small ripped-up pieces of paper. Picking one up, I recognize one of the protagonists of Parfait Girls. The cover is a heavy laminated cardstock and it's ripped in two. There was no way Natsuki was able to tear that in half herself. Not only that, but she wouldn't have a reason to either. But I could think of someone who does. There is a large bottle of red wine, cap opened, lying on its side in her bed. Only a small drip escapes, staining her bedsheet with crimson. There can't be much left of it. I knew she'd been drinking. I could tell from the moment she opened the door. You haven't drunk all that yourself, right? She looks flustered. Of course I have, you dummy. That's a bit much, isn't it? It doesn't matter. I haven't even finished anyway. She retrieves the bottle from the bed. I reach a hand out to take it from her. Natsuki. It's mine. She holds the bottle just out of reach and tries to push me away. She's too weak, however, and I simply move her arm aside. Come on, that's enough. Hey, Richter, please. I need this. Something about the way she said that sent a pang of dread through my body. Before I can reach my arm out to stop her a second time, the remainder of the bottle's contents are gone. Looking at her bedside drawer, I see Natsuki's phone. It's overturned, so I can only see her case. The case is glittery and pink. This drink is nice, Richter. Natsuki, talk to me. I know something's going on with your dad. Please, I just want to help. But I can't if you won't tell me what's going on. This is all the help I need. She collapses onto her bed and giggles. I haven't felt this happy in so long. I grow only more uneasy hearing that. If this is the lengths she has to go in order to escape her demon, just how bad is the demon she's trying to escape from? As Natsuki begins to snore, her grip on the wine bottle falters and it rolls off the bed onto her floor. To my surprise, it doesn't shatter. Instead, it rolls under her bed. Reaching my hand underneath the bed, I can feel the wine bottle and something else. What the? I pull both from beneath the bed. I take a look at what I recovered. Let me guess, another wine bottle. It's a white container made of plastic. Wait, this isn't right. This was a bottle of pills. Looking for a description, I inhale sharply as I realize these are morphine tablets. Holy fuck, this is dark. Oh my fucking god. I desperately check on the label on the back for a date of prescription. These expired 2 years ago. 2 days ago. She's trying to overdose. An icy sweat runs down my forehead as I begin to panic, running my hands through my hair. She stops snoring. I violently shake Natsuki's seemingly lifeless body. Please, Natsuki. Please wake up. I grab her hand. It's clammy and much cooler than it should be. I put my ear next to her mouth and check to see if she's breathing. Thankfully she is, but it's faint. I take her by the shoulders and pull her into a sitting position. I crouch down next to her, supporting her. Natsuki. I contemplate calling an ambulance, worrying that it'll draw too much attention to our house. Fuck it. I don't care what happens so long as she lives. I reach into my pocket and... Fuck, my phone isn't there! I reach up into our bedside table, gripping Natsuki's phone tightly. I bring it to my face and press the power button. The screen lights up from behind the showered display. I try to make an emergency call, but the screen is too unresponsive to my touch. Dropping the phone, I pull Natsuki in close to me, praying that she wakes up. I begin to sob, terrified for her life. But Natsuki begins to cough erratically. I'm simultaneously panicked and relieved. She opens her eyes and unsteadily rises to her feet with my assistance. Natsuki, please tell me you're okay. She falls silent. Jesus! My nose is assaulted by the mixed scent of bile and wine as it splashes on the floor in front of me. I realize that she got some on my arm. It stings? Well, at least I would have gotten the deadly mixture out of her body. But she's still in trouble. Natsuki turns to me, half-conscious, pleading. Richter, help me. She stumbles back, landing in a sitting position on her bed. I don't want to die. Look at me, okay? You won't, you hear me? I won't let you die. Natsuki, listen to me, okay? I'll be right back. She nods weakly, barely aware of her surroundings. I need to find her something to eat. Hopefully it should absorb what's left of the alcohol. Bolting down the stairs, I reach the kitchen within seconds. Nothing. Not even a slice of bread. When did Natsuki last eat? Exiting the kitchen, I look all around the house. Hurrying back to Natsuki, I check up on her. She's conscious at least. Hey, Natsuki. I need you to pay attention to me, okay? Just whatever you do, don't go to sleep, okay? Please. I searched everywhere in the house besides her father's bedroom. As I approach the door, I notice that it's locked. I ram the door multiple times before the frame gives way. Whoa! I tumble onto the floor, now littered with splinters. Sun catches my eye. A few bags from various restaurants around town. I tear them open to find nothing but empty takeout containers. I return to Natsuki's room. We have to go. Now. Oh, okay. I help her to her feet, wrapping her arm over my shoulder, holding her hand in place. She'll make it. I'll make sure of it. Where are we going? Somewhere safe. We make our way down the stairs. I keep Natsuki on her feet, though it is proving to be more difficult as she fades in and out of consciousness. Starvation, mixed with alcohol and painkillers, has clearly taken a toll on her. But she isn't dead. We make it to the front door. With time feeling like a lost luxury, I shut it behind us, moving through the porch. As we approach the glow of the streetlights, I begin to feel relieved. I loosen my grip on Natsuki. Can you walk? Yes, I think. I set her down for a moment. Her knees buckle. Again, I wrap her arm around me and mine around her. Let's go. Okay. There is nobody who called me out for looking suspicious. I'm almost glad she has such a small figure. It certainly makes it much easier too. That's why she's so small. Her father's been leaving her malnourished and living on fast food. Jesus Christ. Finally, I recognize the familiar view of my house. Help Natsuki through into my house. I bring her to the kitchen and sit her down in one of the chairs. Richter, why did you help me? How did you know where I... Don't worry about all that now. Let's just get you settled in for the night. I'm worried there'll be longer than one night. I have a spare bedroom in my house. She'll be able to sleep there. I search through my pantry and my fridge for something she may like. I decided to just make some toast and chicken noodle soup. Is that chicken noodle? I haven't had that in so long. Her words break my heart. How long? How long she lived like this? I watch the clock as Natsuki eats. It's late. Now that the immediate panic is over, I realize that poor Natsuki is still drenched in her own stomach acid. Natsuki, I'm going to need to get it changed. What? Not here, silly. I mean, you can get changed in the spare bedroom. But I don't have any of my clothes. You'll have to borrow some of mine. Oh, okay. But only because I have to. Natsuki seems to be in much better shape after her meal. She stands up of her own accord to return to her bowl at the kitchen counter. She moves slowly but deliberately. Despite the stink of bile clogging up my nose, I'm relatively calm too. Natsuki's skin tones return to normal mostly. She still looks scarred by a night's experiences. Once she returns empty-handed, I ask her to follow me to her room. Maybe barging through that door was a bad idea. Not only because of the pain, but the damage it caused too. When Natsuki's dad returns to the house... Yeah, I'm alright, don't worry about me. Let's get you cleaned up. There's a shower in the guest room that you can use. We reach the guest room, located across the hall from my own bedroom. I motion towards the edge of the bed. Here, sit down for just a minute. I'll be back with something comfy for you. About all the mods I played, and I never got to see this room in the main character's house. Looks nice. When I bring them back to her room, she's still struggling to take off her socks. I place her fresh clothes on the bed and kneel down to help her take them off. She opens her mouth like she wants to say something, but reluctantly lets me help. Natsuki has been through too much today. She's next to no strength left. Thanks, Richter. I can take her from here. Are you sure? I really don't. All the blood in my body rushes to my face. She's going to have a shower. Was I about to indirectly tell her I wanted to help? Never mind, it's fine. You take your time. I decided that now isn't the best time to question Natsuki about her family. Instead, she just needed a soothing shower and some sleep. Maybe that will take her mind off tonight's events, even if only for a few moments. Those few moments would do her a lot of good. As I stand to leave the room, Natsuki grasps my wrist gently. Richter, wait. I want to thank you again. Don't mention it, okay? I'm just glad I got there in time. How'd you know where I was? I walked home with Yuri. She was also having a bad day, so I went with her. She pointed out your place. And ever since I saw you at the hospital, you haven't left my mind. That's why I decided to even go. I tried calling you God knows how many times, but you never answered. I guess I know why. I saw every one of your calls. Couldn't answer because of the stupid screen. When all I wanted to do was hear your voice, I couldn't. I just want to go back to the club and sit with you under the window to read more together. Because when we do, it's the only time I really feel safe. Not anymore. Of course, her Parfait Girl manga was torn apart. She looks down at the ground dejectedly. I leave Natsuki to shower. I have something else for you. They don't have to look good. Natsuki opens the door looking healthy again. She is out of her dirty clothes and is now wearing my shirt along with her own pants. The top doesn't fit her very well, though. The shirt's massive on me. I could get you a smaller top of mine if you... I like it. You don't need to, Richter. Are you sure? Yeah. I present the manga to her. I saw what happened to your copy of Parfait Girls back at your place, so I thought I'd just drop my own in for you, so you can read it if you want. Natsuki gives me a weak but sincere smile. Has Natsuki turned emo? No, she just borrowed one of MC's shirts. She turned emo. Natsuki's gonna go and dance over in that corner. Now Natsuki? God, how shitty must her home life have been for her to want to escape it like that? Well, I can take a guess considering the complete lack of food in her house, and her face when I saw her in the hospital. Christ. Richter? What? You kinda just stood there for a second spacing out. God, you're worse than Sayori sometimes, you know? Hey, I'm sorry, okay? It's fine, I was only teasing, dummy. I know that I shouldn't blame her. She doesn't know anything about Sayori's condition. And as far as I know, she hadn't seen her at the hospital. Regardless, that hurt me more than it should have. I move the duvet to the side and sit down next to Natsuki. You're so warm. Natsuki, you can see it, okay? Not really. I edge myself down to a lying position. Natsuki joins me. Much better. I don't know how to feel about that head being photoshopped onto someone else's fan art. Looks kind of silly, looks kind of mismatched. That head must have been just copied over from one of the official CGs and literally just photoshopped onto someone else's body. It still doesn't look too bad from far away, at least, though. It's just when you look at it up close, you'll notice it's just mismatched. There we go. We continue to read. Before I know it, she's fast asleep. Natsuki? I lay there motionless. I dreamed of this moment ever since I really got to know Natsuki. I hate that it had to come due to her circumstances at home, but regardless, I run my fingers through her silky pink hair. I brush her bangs to the side. What the? Yeah, what the is right. You picked a pretty good time to drop into the stream, by the way. I feel a lump in my throat. Just the sight of her is enough to make my heart pound. I don't recognize this. My chest is heavy. It feels like there's a weight on my ribs. It's hard to breathe. This is the happiest moment of my life. As I drop the manga to the side of the bed, not even reading anymore, I drift off to sleep. So what if the photoshopping skills aren't the best? It's Natsuki. I'm jerked awake by the sound of crying. She's clutching the sleeve of my shirt, holding me tighter than before. She's sobbing into my shirt ferociously. Are you? I'm almost certainly related to her family, but I give her a nudge to wake her up. As she seemingly begins to stir, I try to calm her. Natsuki, it's just a dream. You're okay, you're safe. Natsuki opens her eyes. Richter, that was more than a dream. I watched my dad kill you. I watched him torture you for saving me. He kept telling me this was my punishment for leaving. Richter, you shouldn't have helped me. This was wrong. This is wrong. Why, Richter? Why'd you have to get involved? I can't let you do this. Natsuki jerks away from me. Natsuki, do you want to know the real reason I showed up at your house? I missed you. I missed reading with you. I missed reading your poems. And after the hospital, I knew something happened, so I had to make sure you were okay. I was worried sick for days. If my words right now aren't proving I mean it, maybe this will. I rise to my feet and walk to my room. I flick my light on and rifle through my bag. There it is. Oh. Okay. I'm guessing MC wrote this because I can recognize the font from the poem minigame. This one simply is titled You. I don't know what's happened, or where you have been. All I can think about is bruises on your skin, the blood in your nose stripped onto your clothes, the sight that broke my mind. For that moment I was frozen in time. I saw you, broken, abused. I knew from there on I would save you. Day turned to night, you on my mind. I've been sick with worry. If I'm going to do something, I need to hurry. Text after text, call after call. The girl I cared about most is the one I couldn't save after all. Oh, Siori. Oh no, so we can't save them both? After a few minutes, Natsuki eases her grip. I do as well, resting my hands on her waist, hers hanging from my neck. Natsuki lifts herself up onto her tiptoes and pecks me on the cheek. I want to go back to sleep, but I wanted you to stay with me. I nod wordlessly and Natsuki gently escorts me to the bed. Oh, that's it? Oh shit, it's over. Oh shit, that literally just ended, like right out of nowhere. So, it's not finished. Yeah, it's unfinished, that much I know, but I wasn't expecting to end it that abruptly. Okay, now this one I'm gonna want to remember to finish. Okay, I got you there, physicist. Now I'm gonna be patiently awaiting for the full release of this one. Well, at least Natsuki's not about to die. It's not the most depressing way to finish it off, but really leaves us on a cliffhanger.